A massive new political firestorm has erupted in Washington after former President Joe Biden sued the Department of Justice in a desperate bid to block the release of explosive audio recordings and transcripts tied to the classified documents probe led by Special Counsel Robert Hur. The lawsuit immediately triggered a furious reaction from U.S. President Donald Trump, who blasted Biden on Truth Social as a crooked politician in a short but explosive response that quickly went viral across social media. The latest legal showdown is now reigniting fierce debate over Biden's handling of classified files, his mental sharpness, and claims of political favoritism inside the Justice Department. According to court filings, Biden's legal team is trying to stop the DOJ from releasing audio recordings and transcripts connected to interviews conducted with ghostwriter Mark Zwanitzer back in 2016 and 2017. Those interviews became a key part of Special Counsel Robert Hur's investigation into Biden's retention of classified materials from his time as vice president and senator. Biden's lawyers argued in the lawsuit that releasing the material would represent what they called an unwarranted invasion of the former president's privacy. Attorneys for Biden insisted that even a former vice president has a right to private conversations inside his own home and claimed the Justice Department has a responsibility to protect sensitive personal information obtained during criminal investigations. But Republicans are now accusing Biden of trying to hide damaging material from the public. Conservatives argue the recordings could reveal even more concerns about Biden's memory and mental sharpness after Special Counsel Robert Hur's bombshell 388-page report raised serious questions about the then-president's cognitive condition. Hur's report, released in February 2024, described Biden as a well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory and claimed his recollection appeared significantly limited during interviews. While Hur ultimately declined to recommend criminal charges, the report triggered political shockwaves because of its harsh assessment of Biden's mental competence. The investigation itself centered around classified documents discovered at Biden's Wilmington, Delaware property. According to Hur's findings, FBI agents recovered sensitive government materials from Biden's garage, offices, and basement den. The documents reportedly included classified files involving military and foreign policy matters related to Afghanistan, along with notebooks containing Biden's handwritten notes about national security issues. Hur's investigation concluded there was insufficient evidence to secure a criminal conviction, but still claimed Biden had willfully retained and disclosed classified information after leaving the vice presidency. That conclusion became one of the most politically explosive moments of Biden's presidency. The controversy deepened further when Republicans accused Biden of treating DOJ differently from Donald Trump. GOP lawmakers argued Biden received leniency while Trump faced aggressive prosecution in his own classified documents case connected to records stored at Mar-a-Lago in Florida. The debate intensified after Attorney General Merrick Garland refused to hand over audio recordings from Biden's interview to Congress. In response, the Republican-controlled House voted to hold Garland in contempt of Congress in 2024, after the White House invoked executive privilege to block the audio's release. Although written transcripts of Biden's interviews were later made public, critics argued the actual recordings could paint a far more damaging picture. Those transcripts already raised eyebrows because Biden appeared confused about certain timelines and details involving sensitive government records. At several moments during questioning, Biden reportedly struggled to recall exact dates and admitted uncertainty about parts of the paper trail connected to classified documents found in his possession. Republicans insist the recordings themselves may reveal even more alarming moments, which is why conservatives and watchdog groups like the Heritage Foundation have pushed aggressively for their release. Biden's legal team, however, continues to argue that the DOJ previously maintained those materials were exempt from disclosure under public records law and should not now be handed over. Now, with Trump hammering Biden publicly and Republicans renewing accusations of corruption and double standards, the political battle over the recordings is escalating into one of the most explosive legal fights in Washington. Democrats continue defending Biden by pointing out that he cooperated with investigators, unlike Trump, who was accused in a separate case of refusing to return classified documents. But with the audio recordings still hidden from public view, speculation is only growing louder. And as both parties prepare for another brutal election season, this latest courtroom war is turning into yet another dramatic chapter in the never-ending Trump versus Biden political showdown.